Wait. There's already live chat? How is there already live chat? I literally just started the stream 9 seconds ago. Oh, as soon as I hit, that's cool. Okay. I guess as soon as I hit like go, it tells people that there's going to be a live stream. Interesting. Well, hello, viewer number 1. I'm going to try to work on some stuff here. That's about it. Yeah. I'm going to open it up on the phone here. Just so I could get the chat. 11:29. Everybody must have got the notification for this like a long time ago. Cool. Shoot. Does that work there? Yeah. All right, guys. So I am working on the Neistat wood burning over here. You can see how many hours I've got in it so far over here. It's coming along. It's definitely coming along. I'll show you here. Let's see. Hopefully the camera. Hopefully this camera will show it well. The cord's not that long, but oh, you probably can't hear me either because the microphone's like way across the room. This is the crappy quick way to show the whole thing. Let's get this microphone over here. There we go. Sweet. All right. Where do we start? Yo, what is up? I forget how to say your name. Kukana Hoku. How's it going? Get this light over here. Yo, Mitchell, how are you? Let's see. Brandon Runcie, what's up? Thank you. Yeah, definitely been putting a lot of time into it. How many hours we got? We got 20 hours into it so far, and I'm working on the 21st hour here. I'm guessing it's going to take about 60 to do the whole thing, so yeah. I don't know how to get this situated right. That's not right. That works, kind of. I don't know. You can't really see what I'm working on. I mean, I could switch it up if you want to just kind of look at what I'm working on, because that's probably better than just staring at me sitting here at the table scribbling on stuff. What do you think? Should I get the above angle here? Yeah, definitely. If I can get this thing to reach that far. Kind of. Oh, yeah, I can. I can get it to bend. Sweet. Yeah, that works, right? Then my hand will be right here. Sweet. Sweet deal, bros. Sweet deal. Yo, Caitlin Waters, how you doing? New to wood burning. Love it. That's awesome. I love wood burning too. This is the wood burner that I use up here. It is a razor tip SSD10, which means like the one that has 2 holes right here that you can plug 2 pens into at the same time. I use that most of the time for this. Haven't watched one of these in a while. Well, Steely Jackson, I think you were on the last one actually, so I don't think you've missed any of them. I just don't do them that often. Yeah, the Neistat burning. So I'm making like this huge collage wood burning for Casey Neistat, and I think I've done a few live streams talking about it, but I've been putting a lot of time into it recently, and I think it's starting to come out pretty good. I've got, oh, what do we got here? Yeah, like down here we've got the boosted board set up. There we go. Boosted board set up here, and then Casey Neistat with Spike Jones. That's covered in tape right now. And then the Beam logo. This is going to be the Winter Wonderland that you see here. Over here is 368. You can't really see that. Yeah, there you go. It's 368. The glasses, the YouTube logo. Over here in the middle, we've got the Do More logo. Like his tattoo is right there across the middle. And then we've got his arm holding on to this Bristol board that he had drawn on in one video, where it's everything that stands between you and everything you've wanted to do in life is doing it. And this right here is another little like Bristol board that that he kind of drew on. That was when he did it on his one table, the this table right here. So his overhead table, that's where he did that little drawing there. So let's see. Let's get back to this. This is the part that I'm actually working on. So this is how I pretty well do this. I take the image that I want, I tape it down exactly where I want it, and then I just kind of trace the dark lines and any reference points. And then after that, I go back to it and I actually burn over the black lines, and then you end up with this like picture perfect image. The only thing you got to really worry about is like where you put down your black lines so that you can still do your shading properly and not end up with like some weird dark line when it should be super light. So yeah, I'm going to catch up with these little comments here right in this comment section on my phone. There are, oh, there's the same amount on my computer as there are on my phone. Interesting. Yeah, Steely Jackson, I remember you for sure. Buying a kit tomorrow. You're excited to do a portrait of your kids on a table. That's going to be awesome, Caitlin. Yeah, I've been watching Tanner Braungart for a while, Faith. I've met him. I think everybody kind of knows that, right? Like I've been to see him. Actually drove his Challenger one time. That was pretty cool. And Steely Jackson, I'm definitely still going to buy a fire truck. Absolutely buying a fire truck, without a doubt. Yo, what's up, Arnell? How you doing? Oh, yeah, the watch. Have you guys seen that video on my vlog channel? This is a replica Audemars Piguet, and it's covered in crystal, not the diamond that the real watch is, because obviously it's a replica. But it's very, very nice. Actually, I like wearing it. Maybe not wearing it, but I like the watch. So you got that piece in the back that moves to actually power the watch, because there's no battery in there. I have no idea what that means. Like automatic movement. I also don't know what that means, but I think it's something to do with the second hand and the way it ticks. That is not going to focus, so I'm not even going to try. Yeah, it is pretty icy. I know it is $800. That's a lot of money. I mean, even for a watch still, like, so I guess I wouldn't feel that bad wearing it, because, you know, I feel like since it's a replica watch, or, well, a fake watch, a replica, it's a fake watch, but it still has like an awesome movement to it, and, you know, it feels nice, but it's covered in diamonds, which I don't like, or crystals in this case. But I guess when somebody asks you, you know, what it is or how much it is, and you say, oh, it was an $800 watch, then I guess that you could have crystals on that, but whatever. It's still a nice watch. Steely, what time is it? It's 11:45 p.m. right now. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Jump back over to that. Hit the comments. Have I ever glued my hands together? Yes, Steely, I have, with like Elmer's glue and with wood glue. I've never done it with anything crazy like super glue. I want to say I'm not that silly, but, you know, if you have, it's still silly. I don't care. You shouldn't glue your hands together with super glue. This is sometimes it's difficult to figure out where exactly I've actually drawn on here with the pencil. You know. There we go. I don't know. Would it be better if I had some music playing in the background, some like copyright free stuff? You know what I mean? Something that we could actually listen to and not like get demonetized. Is that a good idea? Maybe not. I don't know. Is the silence okay? Is the silence not okay? Should I just keep talking like this and never actually pause or breathe? Is that a good idea like that? No, I have to breathe. Never mind. What is going on over here? So the pick I'm working on now, and it's that's kind of hard. If I can get this to maybe get closer, maybe the exposure will be right. This is the Winter Wonderland from Casey Neistat's Samsung commercial this past Christmas. So he does one every single year with Samsung at the end of the year. So this was a commercial that they made. They filmed it all on Samsung devices. And basically what they did is they took an old mall in Milwaukee, shoot, I don't know where Milwaukee is. It's somewhere in the States. And it's an abandoned mall an abandoned mall where I think Volkswagen has a bunch of their cars parked in the parking lot. But anyways, they converted into this Winter Wonderland and then brought a bunch of kids in from somewhere. I forget where the kids were from, either a school or a youth group or something. And then they just let them play and have fun in here. And then they just film like a huge, like amazing video. That's this right here. So that's what I'm working on next. You're watching me at work. It's 5:45 p.m. Holy crap. Well, don't get in trouble watching me at work. Yo, Dylan, what's up? What's up, Cool Martian dude? Cool Marsh dude? Cool Marsh. Is it Cool Martian dude or Cool Marsh dude? I just did that with super glue, making something for my sister, and my dad had to pour acetone all over it. LOL. Steely. That's painful. That is painful. I don't even want to think about gluing my hands together with super glue. No copyright music. Yeah, I've checked out that channel quite a few times, actually. I think I've used a few tracks from them. Wisconsin. Emil Brunn. How's it going? Let's see here. It's always difficult to figure out how detailed I want it to go, like how fast you. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like printing and anything like that, or scanning. It's like the faster you go, the lower the quality. So it's like is a trade-off for how much time you're going to take versus how good it's going to look. And it's kind of like that fine line where it becomes to the point where it's like if you go any slower, you're not really making it any better. I think that goes with a lot of things, actually. Let's see here. Do you have any tips for beginners? Yes, kind of. You can erase. Grab yourself a razor blade like this, and you can actually erase a wood burning by scraping it away or like kind of digging down underneath of where it's burned and then smoothing it out. So get yourself one of these, like a new one, not one that's all kind of crappy. And then that's also what I prep the surface of my wood burning with by like scraping across with the blade flat. So like that would be one of the tips. That's another tool that you can use, and you can actually erase your wood burnings using that. And I have a DIY video on this channel of how to erase wood burnings. So if you just kind of click on my like how to wood burn playlist, you'll see all the different wood burning videos and tips, and this whole videos on specific tips. Oops. So check that out. I saw Shonduras at the mall with Casey. It would be fun snowboarding down the escalator. Yeah, I bet that would be. He had a lot of creators go down there to Milwaukee to help him with that. That was really awesome, actually. Hopefully something like this plaque will grab his attention enough to maybe provide us with the opportunity to do that someday. That would be absolutely amazing. But truly, he is an inspiration to me and has been since kind of before I even started YouTube. I was watching him, and like I just loved his studio and everything about it, and like how huge everything was, and just it was great. I want a studio with like huge ceilings like that. Like when I'm in spaces that have really high ceilings, I feel more creative and there's more energy, and it's absolutely great. You gotta focus here. I don't want to screw this one up. Because you use this tracing paper, this graphite paper, it always ends up not erasing so well. So you just kind of got to plant your lines exactly where you want them. And if you kind of put them in the wrong spot, I usually just end up burning the extra line, even though it's not really in the image, just rather than trying to erase it, because it doesn't erase with a normal eraser. And sometimes when you scrape certain parts of a wood burning, it just doesn't look right. So, well, you can make it look right. You have to wood burn back over it to whatever the other part was. But, you know, yo, Arnell, thank you. Thank you so much. Ben McDonald, how are you? What am I doing? How am I doing? I'm doing great, and I'm actually working on the Casey Neistat wood burning. There's what we've got so far. So that's this image there. I always like to flip it up and just kind of look at it. And sometimes if it's a big image, kind of like this one right here. Oh, shoot, you can't see where I'm pointing. Nope, still can't. Wait, there. This one. I actually had this piece of paper down, and then I would draw like 1 or 2 skateboards, and then I'd be like, I'm sick and tired of tracing this crap. So then I would grab the wood burner here, and then I would just literally, I would wood burn that part. So I would like have half of this burned, and the other half isn't even drawn on. And I just have this paper just kind of flipped up like this, and then I'd burn it. And I might end up doing some of that just so that we've got some variety in this video. My hands smell like bleach. I don't like this. I was trying to clean off my white pants that I got. I got grass stains and dirt stains on it. I don't think white pants are a good idea. And yeah, now my hands smell like bleach. I don't like it. Yo, thank you. Thank you so much, Arnell. That's awesome. Aloha to you too. Yes, it's great to see Stoop again. His car still isn't working, but he's still managing to get here with his car somehow. I mean, it's working. It's just not supposed to be on the road. But, you know, you can, yeah, it's all good. All right, yo, Steely Jackson, have a great one. Tell Stoop I said hi, too. Definitely are now. Absolutely. Stoop should be here tomorrow. As far as I know, he's gonna be here kind of early tomorrow. Or I have to go to school first 2 periods, and then he's gonna show up. And I don't know what we're doing. He's got to film something for a vlog because we haven't, or he hasn't. He's doing like every other day vlogs now, which I think is going to be a lot easier for him. I think he kind of burned himself out real quick just trying to get right in every day, and it just really didn't work for him. So he's going to actually film something tomorrow because he didn't film anything today when he was over. And I actually didn't film anything today either because I was ahead on my vlogs. Cart Shenanigans comes out tomorrow. I have to edit that still before 4 p.m. tomorrow. So I think I should probably go to bed by 2 and try to get up by 7, and we should be good. See, because I get up, but then like it depends. Like if my alarm wakes me up while everybody's still like doing their thing, like in the hall and like in the bathrooms, I just like lay back down and then end up sleeping for another 4 hours, which really sucks. And that happened this morning because I woke up and I don't know, Ben was hollering at me, and then my dad was yelling at me about my farts smelling bad, my whole room smelling like farts after I slept. Well, of course it's going to, because you know that's what a room smells like if you have a closed door and you fart a whole bunch, right? But like I was half dead asleep, so you know it sounded like he was yelling, but I know he wasn't. But still, that really sucked because I ended up just like being a little pissy about that, so I went back to sleep, which sucked. But hopefully my alarm will wake me up tomorrow and I just get up, because I hate sleeping and I absolutely hate it. I hate getting too much sleep. I hate not getting stuff done. It just irritates me. There is a lot of lines here. There's a lot of lines to follow. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. All right, yo, Arnell, have a great one. We'll see you later. Yo, Nate, how's it going? Nice meeting you too. Have I got any progress on the golf? Absolutely not. Actually, Ben, the mechanic that was going to work on it, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of done waiting for him to do anything because it's irritating. Like it would be, hey, are we going to work on it? And then just doesn't work on it. And yeah, I can work on it in 2 weeks or whatever. It's like, no, you know what? No. There is this other mechanic that has a shop and has a guy who works or used to work for VW, I think, and so he does all the VW work, and he says thinks he can figure it out. So I think I'm going to go to them. It's just I don't know how much they're going to charge me. I have to talk to him again. He actually rides mountain bikes, and I ride mountain bikes with him. So maybe we can, negotiate a pretty sweet deal with that. But right now I don't have any money to spare. Like I'm literally almost done paying off my Visa, that'd be good to actually pay that off and be at zero again. Yeah, shoot. So no progress with the golf right now, but that is definitely something I'm really working towards. And I was like, shoot, what am I going to do? I almost wanted to go to bed, but then I didn't want to go to bed. And it's like, all right, I'm just going to sit up and do this. And then I figured, all right, you know what? I'll just do a live stream. If somebody wants to watch it, cool. Then I could talk to everybody. Then it's another video out on the channel. So working towards it, definitely making like baby steps towards it. And obviously this is a lot of steps towards it because if this works out and gets Casey's attention and, kind of works the same way that the Tanner Brongart one did, then all of this will be worth it, and we'll be sitting in the golf pretty soon. Ow. I legit just smashed my head off of this right here when I tried to move forward. That's great. Nice meme team. All right, I think I'm going to burn a little bit of this. So let's over here. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I got to get this burner. Okay. What part am I going to burn? This is the tough part. I'll just do this train down here. Can't believe there's 11 people watching this. Like, I mean, like, how is this that interesting? Like, I mean, don't click away. I enjoy your company, but like, what is so interesting about this? I don't get it. Now there's 12 people. That's all right. That's awesome. Guys, shoot. Let's see. Earlier, before I started this live stream, I was kind of in a crappy mood. I was just like, down, and I felt like crap, and I was like sad, and it's like, you know what? Why am I feeling sad? It sucks. So I just started working on this because it's like I can't sit here and do nothing because it's a waste of my time. I might as well do something that I can kind of almost mindlessly do because all this is tracing and kind of burning. So it's something that I could do to take my mind kind of off of that. So I started doing that, and then it's, well, you know what? If I'm doing this, I might as well do a live stream, and I might as well be productive instead of being sad. And so I started this live stream, and I'm actually a lot happier now that I did. I don't know. I like talking to you guys. It's definitely fun. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can take something from that. If you're feeling like crap, you just feel like the world's against you. Just start working on something. Start doing something you love, and eventually everything will turn around, and you just be happy. And it's like, wow, I wish I had done that sooner because I sat here for a couple hours trying to figure out whether I was going to do a live stream or what exactly I was going to do. And, I worked on this, and I worked on another DIY video. I'm making a little cigar box. So I did a little bit of that, put some more shellac on it. But, it took me a while to figure out that this is what I kind of should do to make myself feel a little bit better. Yeah, Ben, it's it's sucky not having a car. I mean, I'm doing good on the bike, but it really sucks. Like I need to get some mountain bike shoes so that I can actually ride my bike and clip in with the new pedals that I have. So normally I'd just, drive to the city, but I can't actually do that right now because I don't have a car, or I kind of want to go to the lake to film some videos. Just can't really do that either because, well, I don't have the car, but eventually we'll get there. Eventually. Yo, thank you, David. Thank you. You're awesome to be here too. Like the comments and the live comments, they're great. Yeah, I do definitely have different size and shape tips for wood burning. I don't know why my phone's glitching a whole bunch. It's like I get it. I can see that I'm at the bottom of the comments. It's weird. I'll show them to you. They are right here. Yeah, that didn't work. So they're all in kind of tubes here, but you got like say this shape right here versus the one that I use most often, which is kind of you can't really tell the difference here, but it's kind of a skew shape, whereas this is like a spear shape. And I don't use many different tips. I use this skew shape, and then I use this shader, which is, man, the camera really doesn't do it justice, but it's like a spoon shape like this, like on an angle, so like that. Like it's rounded. I guess that makes more sense. And then it comes to a point. So this tip actually kind of sits flat on the surface like that, and you can. That's how I shade things. Is I just turn it to a low heat, and then I make circles until everything's as dark as I want it to. That's how I get that nice what do you call it? Gradient. Yeah, that's how I get that nice gradient. And then this one's more for lines because it doesn't really lay flat, right? See how it's not curved? It kind of just goes. You can't see that. That sucks. Yeah, so it's flat. And then we've got some other ones. Like this one in here is like I don't know, I call it like a banana shape. It's good for making feathers. You got another shader. This is a really big one that I haven't really used much. Let's see, will it focus? No. Good. And there's like ones like this where they're rounded. Yeah, you can see that one pretty good. And so I'd use the rounded face kind of like this to make different smooth patterns. Actually, that's how I did the do more over here. And that's how it's so smooth instead of like harsh lines or deep. Like it'd be smooth to like feel as well. I did that with one of those tips. And I guess that's really it. Here's one of my broken ones. This one's snapped. I don't know if you can tell. It's cracked right there. And then this is from my other wood burner, the soldering iron style one. All of these different tips. I actually got these little tube things from Lee Valley too. So, all your stuff can go in there. Little organizer tubes. Really great for having a bunch of small stuff like that. Makes it bigger to hold on to, and you can't lose things as easy. So yeah, for the most part, those all just stay in there. And I keep this one attached to the wood burner and this one attached to the wood burner. And then this tiny little spear one just kind of laying aside just for, real tiny detailed stuff. But I don't typically use that one very often. Hi from Kentucky. Yo, Liv D, or Liv smiley face. How's it going from Kentucky? That's awesome. I'm in Canada up here, up in Ontario. Your wood burning is cool. Great job. Yo, thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Tivo Bo. Yes, I did get the email. I have not replied to it yet. I've been kind of busy working on a few different projects here. I'm going to get that started in the next few days. Just got to get that piece of cherry and print that off so that we can get a move on it. But I'll definitely be giving you progress updates and showing you what it looks like along the way. Yeah, these are definitely a lot different than The older wood burners, like these are way more high tech. Like the unit that I'm actually using over here, so you can set this temperature gauge up here. It's, you know, on a 1 to 10 scale. I usually burn between 5 and 7, and 4 if I want to do something super fine and I want to use the tip and I need extra time to make it really fine. And then this switch is on and off, and then this switch over here is to switch between pens. So I can just set this one down and then flip that switch and then pick this one up and start shading something before waiting for it to cool down. And then I don't have to unplug it all the time, right? So like otherwise, if I had the 1-tip model, I'd have to unplug every time I wanted to change tips, which I guess, I mean, isn't that bad. But if you're doing it a whole bunch, eventually you're going to wear your cords out and wear your pens out. So that's one of the better things about having the dual pen setup thing here. Okay. Yo, Brandon, I thought you went to sleep, buddy, but that's awesome that you're on here. How's it going? I am just replying to a Snapchat right here. Just give me a second. Okay, almost done. Give me like solid 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and back to YouTube and the comments, and I'm back. Here's my hands right there. See, done. I'm back. Oh, the wood burner's still on. I forgot to turn it off. That was a mistake. Oops. All right. How long have we been online? We've only been online for 32 minutes. That's not bad. I think we can deal with this. And now that is so overexposed, the camera can't even decide what the heck to do with it. Okay, Brandon, have a great one. It's 1 a.m. It's 12 here. But thank you, Brandon. Thanks for joining and saying hey. These are little candy cane trees down here, I think, that I'm burning. But yeah, burning. Oh boy, burning down the candy cane forest. That's not good. There we go. Hold on. I'm going to try something. And you guys let me know how this works, because I can go over to my computer. There's 12 of us watching. Okay, that's cool. And I can hit play ad. I think I can still do it on this. But if I hit play ad, I want to know, does everybody get an ad? Does the stream blank out for 30 seconds? Or like what happens? Does some people get ads? Do they not? Like I just kind of want to know how this works. So I'm just going to go hit ad break, or at least I'm going to try to find it on my computer. Nope. I couldn't find it. I guess I can only do that when I'm streaming like through OBS or something. Because right now I'm streaming with YouTube camera, which means I just literally I click on camera and then it like uses whatever camera is plugged into the computer, and then also whatever microphone I specify. So in this case, it would be my Blue Snowball, and then this is my Logitech I guess not camera, webcam. So yeah, that's basically what I'm using. Whereas when I used to stream with OBS, I would all of that, those two things, those feeds would go in OBS, and then I could put another picture over the screen, or I could put another video over the screen, or I could grab another camera angle, and then that would stream to whatever my YouTube channel, and then everybody could see it. And through YouTube on that, I could actually hit play ad. But I can't find it on the camera, so I guess we'll never know. Have I ever accidentally caught something on fire or messed up really badly? No, I've tried to set things on fire with my wood burner, and it won't happen. Like, it legit, it won't. Like, I can try. Here, we'll just stick this through the paper. Is that, yeah, we'll stick it through the paper right here. It's on. Like, if I just leave it there in the paper, see, it's on. It's definitely on. And, yeah, I guess you'd have to leave it there for quite some time. Like, now the paper's actually burning. But yeah, no, I've never done that, because whenever I set the wood burner down, I make sure that it's not actually started fires purposely on my desktop with lighter fluid and just lit it on fire. But even then, that was on purpose, just to have a little bit of fun. But no, I've never accidentally lit anything on fire badly. I've messed up on a few wood burnings decently bad in sections where, say, like this arm where I shaded down here darker, where that would get super dark in the wrong spot, and then you'd take a razor blade, and you would scrape it like flat, and you would just take layers and layers and layers off of that wood by scraping until it was back down to a lighter color. And then from there, you would have to take your shading pen, which is this one over here, and then flatten the wood again. It's doable. But yeah, I've messed up pretty bad on things like that. Wait. Oh yeah, Tivo Bo. Yeah. I don't think did he comment Beast, or did he comment best vid? Or did he comment on like the most recent one, like my Q&A one? I haven't even seen that. That is insane. Like, if he did, I should get in contact with him. I should snap him a picture of this. I told him I'd snap him a picture of this. Definitely. Dun, 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 dun. Answering another Snapchat. Okay. And back in 3, 2, 1. I'm back. Beast vid. Huh. Decent. It's 6 a.m. in South Africa. Kind of wish it was 6 a.m. here, because then I'd just stay up all day. But that's like 6 hours away, so I don't think I could do it. Because I could pull a 24-hour day, decent enough, but I can't pull another 30-hour day. I can't do it. What am I doing? I'm not tracing anything. There isn't even carbon paper under here. Let's just keep burning. Let's just keep on burning here. Can you guys see that? Is that good enough where it is? Is this better? Maybe. Any tips for a shaky hand? Yeah, use the wood burner like this, like like a skew tip or a flat chisel tip. And basically what you want to do is just draw like this. So instead of using a point, because I can't even do that. Like, it's so hard for me to follow a line. I either put my hand down against my other hand, so then I have, a lot less movement. Like, so instead of using my fingers to like draw, I make this hand that holds the pen solid, and then I move it with my other hand. So here, I'll try to, if it was the other hand like this, I would move like this. So I would keep this hand kind of solid, and then I would just kind of just steady it. Yeah, steady it with the other hand, and then try to burn like that so that you have less movement. Or use a tip that's flat like this, and then when you go to make a straight line, use the whole face of it. And then it's really hard to mess that up, because it just wants to follow itself in that groove, because it's making that groove itself. So like that was super easy to draw that straight line. So I'll even try to do one with my left hand. I've never wood burned with my left hand. So you just kind of just put pressure on it. And this is the first time I've ever wood burned with my left hand. That is decent right there. Wow. That's a lot easier than I thought. Okay, then. So yeah, I'm right-handed, by the way, guys. So if you just use it and you drag backwards along the line like that, it's super easy to keep it straight. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, definitely. So instead of using the tip, because if I try to use the tip and try to follow one of these lines, it's probably not going to go anywhere good. Yeah, exactly. See, this is the whole shit. Yeah, shaky hand. Yeah, try to go with the length of the tool instead of the tip. like 10:15 out my way in Alberta. Yeah, it was 10:15 2 hours ago here. T-Bow, but YouTube won't let me change it for 90 days. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, YouTube does that. They don't let you change your name after you've changed it the second time. They won't let you even change it. So far, Chloe, my biggest wood burning piece was the Tanner Brongart Audi R8, and that took me 30 hours. The Lamborghini that I sent him first took me 24, and then I've done one for Jimmy DiResta, which took me maybe like 10, and then I did one for Tanner Fox that I gave him in person, like a little small one that took me like 8 hours. And I really, really wish that I hadn't have wrapped it in wrapping paper at that meetup because he didn't actually see it. I should have handed it to him without wrapping it. That was one of the things that really sucks. I don't think he ever actually saw it, which, I mean, doesn't really matter. Like, I've learned from all of my mistakes, like, don't wrap it. Or like when I'm sending this, like the one that I sent to Tanner, I sent the laminated letter that has the QR code, and I learned the QR code from the one that I sent to Jimmy DiResta and he opened on his video. Like, I've kind of figured out how to send one of these and how to, like, I guess, display it so that there's the best chance of it like ending up in maybe one of their videos. So I think for the Casey one, I'm gonna wrap it in a package very interestingly that's going to provoke curiosity and hopefully get in a vlog and maybe even in a thumbnail if the package is cool enough, because I know that the contents here are going to be cool. And also, this is the only picture of his face that's ever going to be on this plaque. I know he doesn't like having like pictures of him and, you know, collages of him, or not necessarily, yeah, just him, I guess. He doesn't like pictures of him in his studio. It's like, you know, that he made a whole video about it. It's the one, I forget what it's called. Maybe it's the one with the red nose. So if you look at all of his thumbnails, it's the one where he's got like the red nose, and that was like 2 years ago, I think. And then there's this little him here behind the, it wasn't a, I guess it's a drone. Yeah, that's what it was. But other than that, there's not going to be any more pictures of his face. Over here, we've got him holding on to that piece of paper. And then, sorry, way over here behind the YouTube logo, we've got the Ask Me Anything desk, which also doesn't have his face on it. But yeah, so just trying to keep him out of it as much as possible and keep more like gimmicky things like the, you know, the boosted board wall and maybe 368 up here in the corner that you can barely see. Also, here's something that only you guys get to see as of right now. If you zoom right in on the horizon, yeah, the horizon on this image right here, and make it a little bit darker. How do I do that? There. So this image of him being pulled by the drone on the snowboard, the sky I haven't actually wood burned yet. You just see those lines. Those are actually the transfer paper lines. So I have to kind of get the clouds. But the horizon, instead of just doing it dark versus the light, I actually, you know, made that line. It kind of does look like a line from far away. Like if you're like, you know, you're a decent ways away, it's like, oh, that's the line of the horizon. But if you look real close and let it focus, it's actually a quote. And it says, look back at your life. It's always the hardest times that make you who you are. And that's a quote, one of the things that he said. And so I just kind of tried to hide it in there. And I'm going to hide some stuff in the 368 up here. And Stoop said not to hide anything in here, but I might hide something in the Spike Jones fit picture. And I might hide something on the bookshelves right before it goes into the Beam logo for this image. I don't actually know yet. I haven't completely figured that one out. How do I feel about wood turning? Shoot, I love doing it. I actually have a really nice lathe myself. It's Rockwell, I believe. Rockwell, 16-inch gap bed lathe by Rockwell from 1968. Beautiful lathe, the exact same one that my school has, and I have a wonderful chuck on it because of SE Woodworks. He did a contest, and it was for a scroll saw, and I won, but I actually had a scroll saw, so the company Record Power that was doing it with him actually ended up sending me a 4-jaw wood lathe chuck for my lathe, which was absolutely incredible. and I use that quite a bit. Like it's down, you know, it's quite the distance away from my house, but whenever I get the chance to go and use it, it's pretty great. Eventually, I want to have my shop back in town, or you know, even closer, maybe even in my backyard, because I really don't like, you know, how far away it is. I don't have a car, especially right now, but even when I did, it was just too far away to go down there to use like one or two machines. So, you know, it's eventually it'll be cool to have, you know, the garage and the tools in the garage right behind the house, because then I could go and, you know, work on the lathe and then come back in and do a little bit of wood burning and then make a video and not have to pack up all my tools to go to the shop and then, you know, figure out I forgot something. Or you know, it always sucks to have to do all the thinking about, like, you know, what tools do I need, what material do I need to have, what pieces of the project do I need to take with me to do this different thing. You know, it's just a bit of a headache, and you know, sometimes it sucks to deal with that. So, you know, it's cool to have a shop right next door to the house, and eventually that's what's going to happen. I don't even know if you guys could see past my hands. And nope, you can't. Great. That sucks. Let's see here. What do we got? Live D. I sell, yeah, absolutely. I sell a lot of my stuff. Actually, I do have an Etsy page, and it might be in the description of this live stream because it's one of my default descriptions that's in there. So if you check that out, you can see all the different pieces I've made that are actually for sale right now. I do some custom, I do make custom pieces for people as well. I'm actually working on one in particular right now. Am I going to include the electric bikes on my piece? Well, funny you should ask that. The Super 73 is right here, and that is going to end up on this plaque. So if that's the bike you're talking about, absolutely. Tebow. Is there a timeline on that piece? Like, is there like a deadline? Is what I meant. Is there a deadline for that? Like you say, it's a wedding gift. Like, how long away is the wedding? Yo, what's up, Skylar? How's it going? I'm doing this right here, doing the giant wood burning, talking to everybody about that, and working on it. Kind of, not working on it as much as I'm talking. August. Okay, yeah. All right, Bo. We will absolutely have that done before August. 110%. Hopefully, long before August. I'm thinking in the next week or two, few weeks. You know, obviously, between putting time into this, which is kind of the main thing I'm working on right now, and actually editing videos every day. I'll try to put a few hours into it every couple days, and we should get it done in good time. Let's see here. I don't know if I could get a better angle of this. Maybe. I'm kind of up against the desk with the actual stand that I have my webcam on. I don't even know if I could show it to you guys. Yeah, you can. See, it's up against the desk right here. It won't go in any further. I can't really. Maybe that's better. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Hey, perfect. Now I think we got it. Yeah, Bo, absolutely. That sounds good. Sounds good to me. I think my dad's listening to this live stream upstairs. I can faintly hear my own voice upstairs. He just came inside from outside. That's funny. My favorite wood to wood burn on is that Chloe. Chloe, it is this right here. This is black cherry. I believe, yeah, it's black cherry. It's just absolutely wonderful. It's so smooth. It's got that, I would call it like cherry color, just because I guess I know woods pretty well. It's kind of like a cream color, like a pinky cream, but it's so smooth. It doesn't have any pits in it. It's great for wood burning on because it's consistent as far as texture goes. Like oak has pits and piths in it, and it just ends up grabbing the wood burner. It's super hard to burn on, and it's fairly soft, so it's forgiving. If you mess up, you can scrape it off, and you still end up with something smooth. Also, it's really light, so it takes the wood burning really well. You get like a nice variation between your super darks and your super lights. Like you can burn something really lightly and still notice that it's there, and then the dark you can make it like absolutely, well, almost black when you're wood burning on this. So it's really great. I really do love cherry. And then after that, it would be maple, just because of it's also super smooth. Now it's white, hard maple. Don't do soft maple. That sucks. It's almost as hard as wood burning on beech. They're pretty similar, but hard maple is kind of like white and yellowy, and you get even more variety with that. But I tend to like this better. Just, I don't know, it has a warmer feel than the maple, because the maple, when you don't burn a section, you can definitely tell that it's not burned. So you have to pay more attention when doing that. You can sometimes get better results out of maple, but I think this is just my favorite and personally what I think is the best to burn on. But you can really burn on anything. Yo, Kukana, have a great one yourself. Found other places for the same price, but they're not handmade. I'm stoked. Yo, yeah, it should be good. Should be good, Bo. I hope it turns out all right. Burning faces isn't always the easiest thing, but I think we can make it work. Like, I guess you can see down here, if I kind of show it to you, that's Spike Jones and Casey Neistat. Like, you can tell that that's who that is. Obviously, it's gonna be bigger than this. This is like what, 3 fingers? Well, that's more than, it's 4 fingers wide. Yeah, it really just depends on the specific picture. But I think that picture you sent me, I think we can make it look pretty good. What competitions have I won? I've won a few. They're more like contest competitions where you had to make a YouTube video and then you ended up winning a prize. I've won a Valentine's Day competition by Shogun Jimmy, I believe, and I won. What did I get? I got a Dremel out of that, and then I won another. What is it called? Challenge Tree by. Shoot, I forget all these names. I haven't done DIY stuff in a long time. I forget what his channel name is, but anyways, I won a gift card to Lee Valley from that, and then I also won something. Oh, the SE Woodwork competition or contest, and that was for the lathe chuck. I haven't really won any competition. There was this art contest for all of Ontario, and that was through high school, and I made a project out of wood. And the requirements for making a sculpture were that it had to be smaller than 18 by 18 by 18. So the first thing I did was made a white oak frame with finger jointed corners, double finger joint. So like it's finger jointed, and then the other direction is finger jointed as well. White oak frame that was exactly 18 by 18 by 18. And then I made my project inside of that. And I actually came second overall in all of Ontario for this contest. And, it was real close. It was real close. I forget why they said that the other person won. I think it was because it was just so hard to photograph mine, actually, because it was a 3D sculpture. But, I would say there's always next year, but I can't enter that contest again. Yo, Chloe, have a great one. You're awesome. And I'm just showing you my watch now because I'm going through Snapchats. Again, this isn't really, the best use of, I guess, my live stream time. But, yeah. And I'm back to the YouTube channel now, looking at the comments. I don't think I got any more. I didn't. Okay. Back to burning then. Almost done this. I'm going to have to trace more, which isn't always my favorite thing to do. And there we go. The chat keeps refreshing, and like it's in the corner of my eye, like it's just over here, just out of frame, and it keeps refreshing, and it's the same as Snapchat. It's irritating. Like if you're facing this way, your peripheral vision like can see at a faster frame rate. I think that's kind of how it goes, because you can see things refresh. If you were staring at them, you wouldn't see them refresh. But like, oh, I saw them refresh. Okay, never mind. But anyways, you're facing here. It's like, okay, I don't need to look at that. And then it just something glitches. So you're like, oh, another comment maybe showed up. And you look, nothing happened, but it just keeps glitching and flashing. And Snapchat does that so that if you have your phone sitting there, oh, all of a sudden you're like, oh, crap. Oh, I have to go look at it. And it gets your attention back to Snapchat. I absolutely hate it. And if you pay attention to things like that, you're like, oh, wow. Like the technology is actually just like prying on like us being human and like that. And I really hate that. I really think it's trash. Or if you have an Android device and you double tap the home button and it opens up the camera, it doesn't do it. That's a quick launch for the camera. But if you do that and it's after midnight and you don't actually use the camera and you exit, a little message will pop up and it says camera opened via quick open, like double tap on the home button. It's like, I know that's how that happened. You didn't need to tell me. Like, why is it telling me that? Is it so that I don't think, oh no, there's some virus on my phone and like somebody's hacking into it using the camera? Like, I don't understand why it needs to tell me that, but only after midnight. If you use quick launch during the day, it never brings that message up. It's only super duper late at night that it brings that message up, which is strange and irritating and makes me question. I don't know. Technology is kind of weird, and I don't really, I'm not super comfortable with it. Like, I always just am cautious, I guess. Favorite thing that I've done so far or that I'll do in the future, it's probably that electric guitar that I made, which you can see on my channel. It's like one of the most popular videos, the second most popular on this DIY channel. As of right now, I'm really happy with the cigar box that I made, which I could show you guys. It's this right here. It's like super duper, like smooth walnut on top, and then you got the green here, green maple veneer on the side, and then was that cedar bottom, and then cedar on the inside. Crap, there's something on the bottom. I have to scrape that off. Dang it. All right, this is a project for a different time. I'll put that back. Probably those, to be honest. There's a couple other ones. There's actually this one. Sorry. I bumped the camera again. Probably one of these. Jeez, I keep kicking that. This is a wooden chisel made of apple wood and ebony, and it actually worked. I used it on a piece of holly, and it actually did cut the holly. Well, obviously, because the ebony is so much more dense than the holly. Yeah, this is some Gaboon ebony. Oh, excuse me. So that actually won a competition, the Almost Useless Challenge, because, well, it's almost useless. It's not completely useless, but it's almost useless. And then this actually won the Valentine's Day competition that got me that Dremel. And, I just made this because I really wanted to make it. This beautiful little box. It's got purple heart on the top, purple heart on the bottom, this nice patterned walnut and maple that I had left over from a different project. And you open it up, and it's got these little, pen box hinges here, these little tiny ones. And it doesn't open up more than, I'd say, well, it opens up to 90 degrees now. That's pretty cool. It never used to do that. It opens up about that far, and I have my Zippos in it. So my two little Zippos. The way that I made the box is I just made it fit these little cutouts for these foam pieces. So I'll get that other camera a little bit closer, light a little bit closer so that you can see it maybe a little bit better. Here we go. So inside of every little cardboard Zippo box, you end up with one of these. And so that's just so that the Zippo sits nice in the little cardboard box they had. So I said, well, I don't need that cardboard box. I want something elegant. Well, the best way to hold on to a Zippo is the way that the little not press fit. I guess it would have been probably made on a vacuum press. but the thing that actually comes in the Zippo box to hold on to a Zippo, that would hold on to a Zippo fairly well, and it does. I mean, they don't really come out. Like, it's upside down right now. The camera's kind of on a weird angle. Well, that one fell out, but you get the point. It stays in there pretty good, and that's probably one of my favorite little projects. All right. And as for favorite projects in the future, I really don't know. I've got a huge, super long list of them. Like I've got this small sketchbook that I use for my ideas. On the front like half of the book, like, so if you're, open it like a normal book, I have all the ideas for vlogs and then, like, videos that aren't really do it yourself. So like, or like how to, or like making. So those are in the front half of the book. Now I'm writing as if you're just writing a book. If you flip the book completely over so that it opens backwards, that's where I've wrote down all the DIY video ideas. And so I'm just working my way backwards through that half of the book and working my way forwards through the other half. And, eventually someday when I've got like, 3,000 ideas, it'll probably meet up. I'll actually show you the book real quick. This I haven't got much of this done since I started the live stream, but I guess that never really happened. So this is the book right here. It's just this little sketchbook. It's a 5x7 sheet. There's, I don't know, maybe there's 200 sheets in it. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know, but I just got that written on there and in paint marker. But if you open it up, like, those are all the ideas. They just kind of in a line like that. I guess I can show you guys all these ones. Yeah, and there you go. Pause it and read them. I guess I'll let you guys see all those. That says skit, and it doesn't say the S word. There you go. 100 espresso shots. These are all like, this is from when I legit started this book, like a year and a half ago. When I started vlogging, I think I started this book. Get a Job at Domino's is one of them. Mr. T had that idea. Let's see. And then like literally the same from the back side of the book. I don't really need to show you that. You get the idea. I gave you enough of my ideas through there. But I have pages upon pages on both sides. So here, I'll count the pages, and I won't show you, but I'll count them. We got 1 for the vlog, 2 for the vlog, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and a half. 16 and a half pages in 12-point font, that's a lot of ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. 7 and a half for the DIY. And that's mainly because I don't know. I don't actually know why that is, but there you go. Yo, Anthony S. Gamer, how you doing? If you're still here, you're new here. That's awesome. Have you seen a lot of other things? I don't know. Have you seen any of my other videos, I guess? Here we go. Here's another wood burning. This one always seems to make people happy in the comments. Every time I show it in a video, people are real happy about it. I mean, I'd consider selling it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to because it's got Zelda on it. Plus, I really like it. This is also cherry, by the way. This came out of a smaller tree, and you can tell because, or maybe not a smaller tree, but close to the edge of the tree, because this white right here is more of the sapwood, and this dark in the middle is the what you call heartwood, or more towards the heartwood. You can kind of see it here on the back. Yeah, absolutely, even more on the back. See how small that is? So this all would have been sapwood. And I guess if you kind of, yeah, I can't show you the end grain. But I resawed quite a few pieces of cherry to this small so that I could do wood burnings. And I had quite a few pieces this size. It was actually the exact same piece of cherry that I gave to Tanner Fox when I met him in person. There's also a vlog about that if you ever want to check that out. And then here's something that Stoop uses all the time when he's sitting in here. It's a little fidget cube I made on the September 24th, 2017. So day after my birthday. I made this for a DIY video, and it's literally just a broken switch that I had from something else. It's real great to just sit here and click. It kind of sits in your hand. It's kind of nice. Anyways, that's another thing that I've made. Wish I could send pictures through here so we could share what we've made. Yeah, Live D, that would be awesome. I wish there was a way that you could just post pictures, or if like, or I could like click your name and then allow you to, because like, could you imagine if everybody could post pictures? That would probably be a bad thing. That's awesome, Bo. That's actually awesome. Let's see here. Do I continue wood burning? It's been an hour and 6 minutes, or do I? Here, that's what I meant to say. Do I continue the live stream, or do I just like keep working on this and listen to some music and maybe a podcast and like get some sleep? I guess is my question, because I've been on here for an hour and I kind of stopped burning, and we ended up talking about some other stuff. What do we do? Do we keep on with the live stream? I need your guys' opinions. You 11 people that are still watching this, I need to know. I'm waiting on a response. I'm just going to sit here until everybody tells me what they think, or at least one person. Oh, Chloe, what's up? Up to you. All right, Bo. Do what you want, but this has been pretty entertaining for me so far. Up to you. All right. Now that's 3 people that are saying do what I want. Crap. I did want to go for a bike ride. My bike is still outside, which is not a good thing to be leaving it outside. There's a lot of bike thieves in my town now. Maybe bike ride, maybe not. This is difficult. Here. All right. Here's the deal. I will give you guys a sneak peek on two videos that are going to come out, one soon and one someday, and then I'll go. So I'll give you guys some more content here. Okay. Okay, because it's under 110 pounds of weight, I'm not going to show you the actual piece of this, but this is white construction paper, and what I've been doing is layering it together and gluing the entire sheets together. So I'm going to have an 8.5 by 11 by like ½ inch thick solid sheet of paper soon, someday. I basically glue like 4 or 5 sheets together and then have that 110 pounds sit flat on here and just kind of press them together where the glue dries over like 4 days. And so eventually I'm going to have this nice thick piece that will basically be like, I guess, my own made like plywood out of paper, or like MDF, or like, you know, kind of particle board type thing. And then I'm going to make paper knuckle dusters. And I don't know, well, this is just kind of one that I literally, like, I didn't even come up with a drawing to go around there. This is just kind of, I literally just freehanded this entire thing and made it out of plywood. So I've got plywood ones that I just kind of threw together one day, but I do have a really nice pair. I'm just going to grab it here. So here's that super nice pair that I've got. It's right here. It's 2 pieces of maple glued together. And then on the inside of those 2 pieces of maple, you can just barely see it. There's a yellow veneer strip down the middle. And then that's the same veneer that's on the faces. So that's why it's yellow. And I can't actually push this weight out. Yes, I can. So they're super duper light because they're just wood. And in Canada, it's illegal to have brass knuckles. And I guess they call them knuckle dusters. Technically, I believe, are knuckles or metal knuckles. But basically, the law states that if there's a band of metal covering more than 1 finger, so a ring, anything more than a ring. So if it's a ring that covers 2 fingers, it's automatically a knuckle duster, which is a prohibited weapon. Or if you got, you know, more than however many fingers, it's prohibited weapon. So these technically would be illegal, but there's no metal covering the fingers. So it's not a band of metal that's covering the fingers. So it's wooden knuckles, which are, well, technically legal. And then in here, I got this brass weight, which is, I don't know, maybe, I don't even want to hazard how many grams. I don't really know how much it would weigh, but this is pretty hefty now that it's got that weight in it, and it definitely feels heavy. I mean, I would never hit anybody with it, but it's just some of those real cool, nifty things to have. It's like, look at that, I made that. And I have punched a hole in a drywall with this, and it didn't break. You know, I've put dents in my table just seeing how strong it is, and I did not break any of my knuckles, thankfully. And the way you're supposed to hold it's like this. And now that I've spent forever showing you guys these two pairs of knuckle dusters and telling you the fact that I'm making a set of paper ones, I'll show you the other thing. And that is this. It's a project which I started a long time ago. This is Purple Heart glued back together, and I need to put a magnet between these two pieces right here so that they attach flat. And basically what I'm going to do is make this right here spiraled, and then this also spiraled. But the coolest thing is it's going to be spiraled together, and it's going to look like one piece, and once, you know, connected together with the magnet, it will be. But it's this, I guess it's going to be like, not a hidden blade, because obviously it'll kind of look like a sheath and a handle, but it'll be this nice blade. This is a super old cooking knife that I got from an antique store. That's some pretty high quality steel. It sharpens up really nice. So that's a knife that I've been working on for a long time, and you know, the video hasn't ever really came through. When I say working on it for a long time, I kind of started it and then set it aside because it was going to take too long. To cut that spiral is going to take a lot of hand work. So that's just why that hasn't, you know, happened yet. Okay, going to go through the last of the comments, and then this live stream is going to come to a close. It's 5 people watching. Let's see. Bike ride actually sounds fun right now. Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. Am I tired right now? David, no, I'm not tired. What's my chair say? Okay, I'll show you here. So Stoop works with me a lot, and he decided that this was going to be his chair because I said, all right, Stoop, you could just have this as your chair. So he wrote that. Actually, I just wrote Stoop because my name's on everything, like Taylor's written on everything. So I just wrote Stoop for him, and then he decided to personalize it and then sign it. But I guess it's still my chair, so I sit in it when I work on this. That's just kind of where it sits, is at this wood burning table, because I guess if you know this room, that's the corner, and then this right here is kind of like behind me, and then my computer's behind us, yet still like over there. Yeah, now the camera's actually seeing itself. That's not good. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. All of this is so sick. Yo, thank you, Chloe. That'll look cool. Yes. Yeah, it will look cool. All right, Bo, have a great night. Umishiru, good night. I didn't even know you're on here, but have a great one. Chloe, have a great night. The knife is definitely, Ben, that is, it's going to be cool. That knife will look awesome. Of course, the sound isn't working. The sound isn't, I think people are hearing me. That'd be good. Otherwise, it'd be a crazy stream that everybody stayed on here that long if they couldn't hear me. That's our Stoop for you. Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great night's sleep or morning or day if you're in a different part of the country or different part of the world, actually. So love you all. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the vlog and also tomorrow on this channel. So there's 2 videos you get to watch tomorrow. One is a DIY video and one's a vlog. So good night, guys. Have a great one.